Ohio is in the middle of their Republican primary in their Senate race, and boy, do they have some choices on their hands. Well, they had a candidate forum, and there were some sparks flying, especially around the topic of vaccination. So I want to give you a sort of zoomed in view of the state of the Republican Party, and I think you'll get an idea of where they're at intellectually in this exchange.
It's one thing to talk, it's another thing to act. I'm also the only one up here. Matt was not with us the last time. Who's not vaxxed. Jack asked us the question last time and we answered. The only person who didn't answer was Josh. Josh, do you want to answer tonight?
Personal feeling is, it is not right for the government or the media or anyone to ask us if we're vaccinated. So my feeling is, for all of us out there.
Okay, I got 17 seconds.
Yeah, so strategically bad idea to give the other candidate your time, but he's arguing everyone on this stage says you shouldn't be required in any way or even encouraged to get the vaccine, but I'm the only one willingly opening myself up to a fatal disease. That guy probably took medicine over there. And that's sad. But then when that guy comes over and refuses to say, for reasons that are abundantly clear, Brett, that's maybe even sadder. And by the way, that was Josh Mandel, the second guy. You've got Mark Pukita, the first one.
Josh Mandel is the guy who like pulls over at the side of the road at midnight in a cornfield to be like, I'm here by a Trump sign, as in the middle of traffic. Like that guy. We've shown on this network, we've shown a ton of video of Josh Mandel being the worst, but apparently he's not. So it is farther away that the first guy, Pukita or whatever his name, Puka over there, Puka Shell is over there saying, not the argument that appeals to like these self-professed libertarians who are against the vaccine, but like are just at least are trying to make a semblance of some kind of freedom of privacy and freedom from government mandate argument. This guy's like, no. A lot of people, when they get called out for being anti-vax for bucking the mandate, they say, no, I'm just against the mandate, not the vaccine. This guy's going far beyond it to say, no, I am an anti-vaxxer.
Yep.
It is not government overreach. It's not any of that. I think that there's 5G crystals in my magnetized blood.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah, 100%. This is not, I just think it should be up to you. I'm saying it's better to not be, elect the guy who refuses to acknowledge medical science. And then Josh Mandel, he does the grifter thing. Honestly, why doesn't he just lie? I guess he's worried about it leaking or something. So he's vaccinated. If he was unvaccinated, he would just say that right there. He's vaccinated, but he knows how explicitly anti-vax the base is, so he can't say it. And that is utterly pathetic. I am so sick of all the grift around vaccines. But that wasn't the only thing that caused an issue at that event. You also have a conversation about this radio ad that Pukita had put out questioning Josh Mandel's religion.
Are we seriously supposed to believe the most Christian values Senate candidate is Jewish? I am so sick of these phony caricatures.
Oh, I agree. If we keep electing people like this, we'll just keep getting the same terrible results.
I like Pukita.
Do you really think that this one's Jewish? Whew. Brett?
I love it. One of my favorite genres of anything is the fake conversation between friends. Like, oh, I didn't know I needed a Medicare insurance supplement, did you? Well, if you think that's interesting, check out my reverse mortgage, Maggie. Like, no one has that conversation.
No.
And honestly, I think a lot of evangelicals will agree that Mandel somehow, against all odds, is more in favor of Christian ideals than your average Christian, because a lot of Christians have all this infighting as to which like sect is more close to God, but they all know that they need Jews to be in Israel to make it to the promised land when Jesus comes back and like Noah's arks us into oblivion.
Exactly. I mean, that was just anti-Semitism. Again, the right minds it in the very specific case where Ilhan Omar said something that they don't like. That's it. Aside from that, anything goes.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.